We have had a lot of members see and hear things that they shouldn't be hearing out here.
Would you be willing to show the world that there is more to life and death than what we can see and what we know?
He likes you to come in, but he doesn't like you to spend too much time in here. He'll let you know when it's time to go.
What was that? I'm covered in cold chills. Whoa. What was that?
I thought I just heard a voice.
Guys, it is going crazy in here right now.
Dude, I feel like something's touching my face. Are you touching me?
I just heard somebody say something. Whoever's in here likes you.
Is there anyone here for the service?
In Defiance, Ohio, sits a village of buildings, moved to this site to save them from demolition. Since the 1960s, the Defiance County Historical Society has relocated historical buildings to the Auglaize Village, so visitors can take a look back through history and learn about these structures that would otherwise be forgotten.
Well, this is Auglaize Village. The land was donated in 1969 to preserve history. And over time, people just brought out buildings such as a doctor's office, an old post office, an old church, an old school, a train station, a cabin. They developed a military museum here over time just to preserve the history from around the area. All of these buildings are original. They were picked up and brought here to preserve them. Most of them came within about 10-mile radius of Auglaize Village here in Defiance, Ohio.
But as volunteers worked to restore the buildings, some of them started to experience strange and unusual activity.
About 3 years ago, my dad's a volunteer out here, and he knew what the Underground Paranormal we were doing. And he said, you know what, you should come out to Auglaize Village because we have had a lot of members see and hear things that they shouldn't be hearing out here. My most intense experience here at Auglaize Village was one evening in the military museum. It was funny, we had a bunch of Girl Scouts out for a paranormal investigation. They came from Southern Ohio. So I was in there with them with about three or four of them. And there's a little spot, doorway in there, and the REM pod was going off like crazy. And the girls were behind me. I thought one of them came up beside me because I saw something dark come up behind me. I kind of looked. Nobody was there, kind of startled me. And all of a sudden, something grabbed my shorts real hard. I kind of jumped. It scared the girls. They went running out. So that was, like I said, it startled me quite a bit. That's probably the most intense experience I had out here.
This village has so many structures, there's no way the two of us will be able to cover all of them tonight. So we've chosen 4 to focus on. The Sherry School, St. John's Lutheran Church, the 2-story cabin, and the military museum.
The Sherry School was built in the early 1900s as a one-room school. This school was actually only about 2 miles down the road from the village where its original location was at. But as you can see, it's your typical one-room school. A lot of good activity in here, especially with a person we talked to, Michael. He likes to sit in his chair up here. We get a lot of REM pod activity, a lot of hits up here. This is one of my favorite places out here just because it kind of feels peaceful in here and just has a good interaction in here. And then we also seem to talk to a lady named Karen in here a lot. We get her voice. We have had, I don't know how many different people. I know I've heard it several times. My wife, my daughter, my dad, other teams have heard a disembodied female voice in here many times. We have heard that right out in the back. We thought there was a woman standing right in the back because we've heard it plain as day with our ears before.
And it makes sense because you think about people become attached, spirits become attached to buildings, and just because you move the building doesn't mean the spirits are going to leave.
Doesn't mean the spirit moves on, it stays with the building. So that's, a lot of energy in here with the wood, with the building itself, picking it up, A lot of time probably spent in here with teachers back, one room school, one teacher, was here all day with the different students, so makes sense.
Yeah. Michael that you talked about, what would you say his personality is like?
We believe he's kind of a prankster, a jokester is kind of what we feel Michael. The very first investigation we came in, I was in here with Austin and we used the recorder and we said, who's in here with us? And we got troublemaker on the recorder. So for the longest time we called him the troublemaker. We'd come in and say, hey troublemaker, sit down, take your seat there. And the REM pod would go off. We'd say, oh, you probably were in trouble. That's why your seat's up front here.
Well, Dave's kind of a troublemaker. Maybe we can send you in here later by yourself and see if you and Michael can bond over your troublemaking capabilities.
Yeah. I'll come in here and stir some trouble up with Michael later.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, especially right up front. He likes to stay up front.
It's an interesting thought. If land can be haunted after a structure is demolished, why can't the structure hold on to its energy and possible hauntings after it's moved to a new location? The Auglaize Village is the perfect place to discover the answer to this question.
This is the Chapel of Crosses. This was a Lutheran church, originally built as a Lutheran church in 1875. When this was originally built, the pews are not original, they were brought here at a later time, but we get a lot of activity in here. A lot of activity, a lot of energy right around this organ. Right here, we believe a lady named Carol might have been the organ player or attached to the organ or attached to the property of the church itself. She is up here, and we believe a caretaker or a parishioner, we've just never gotten a name, stays in the back there. Again, they think it's a male, just have never gotten a name. That kind of stands in the back corner back there, kind of watches, maybe a parishioner, maybe an attendant or something like that. We have had a number of people say they have seen somebody looking in at them outside. I mean, we had a group about a month ago. There was 6 of them. They were broke up into 2 groups, or 3 groups, 2 in each group. All of them came back that night and experienced the same thing outside of the window. They thought somebody was standing outside the window looking in at them.
Have you ever felt any energy of like confusion or anger that the buildings were moved from their original spot?
Not in this particular building. I haven't felt any anger, but I do feel it back in the 2-story cabin. I believe that was a family home in the back, and I believe they're kind of upset that their home was picked up and moved from the original property. So this is the Kenner cabin. This cabin was built in the early 1900s by the Kenner family. They raised their children here. They had 8 children. One of their children actually lived in this cabin until 1957. So as you can see, the family was right here was the family that lived here in the Kenner cabin. They actually still have reunions out here once a year. They bring relatives out of the Kenner family out here and still have a reunion once a year. If you come in the evening and if you're just quiet, I mean, it sounds like kids upstairs. I mean, it sounded like somebody like got out of bed, like when they rolled out of bed and got down. We've had the REM pods go off like crazy up here, and especially in the back here. Mr. Kenner, if you have a voice recording or spirit box, he likes you to come in, but he doesn't like you to spend too much time in here. I think sometimes you can overstay your welcome in here, and he'll let you know when it's time to go. So we feel like Mr. Kenner just kind of grouchy about that, like picking up his house that he built, that he lived in. They just picked it up and moved it out here. So we'll go over to the military museum. Actually, the building of the military museum, the building they use for the military museum and the building they use for their maintenance area now, actually housed German prisoners during World War II. During the war, they actually brought prisoners to Ohio, and Defiance was one area they brought them to. So you come in, first thing you see is a fort set up, a model. This is Fort Defiance. This set here in Defiance at the base of the Auglaize and Maumee River, where they came together. And that's how Defiance got its name, was based off of Fort Defiance. They did some digging and down there by the fort grounds, and they dug up bone fragments, different tools down there when they did that, some knives and everything. So it just has a few collections of things from Civil War, the Wayne camp that was set up here in Northwest Ohio in Defiance here, some Civil War activity. The other building has some Vietnam and Korean War, World War II memorabilia in here. Also one evening, I got probably one of the coolest EVPs in here. I was asking, are any of these your uniforms? And on the recording, I got, I don't take it off. So again, like I said, these buildings house German prisoners. You come in, using a ghost box, you may get some weird, sounds like German responses in here. So I know we were in here one night, somebody had their cell phone down, they had the flashlight on it. Actually, myself and my dad was standing here, there's a couple people in there, and something came over and it was setting over there, but it blocked the light out for about 3 seconds. Because we both saw it, kind of caught our eye, we looked, something blocked the light out on it. So this is a very, very intense, it's not a huge building, but it's got a lot of energy in this building.
Yeah, it sounds like they're ready for us. So you ready to set up the camera, switch over to night vision, and start our investigation here at the Auglaize Village?
Yes, I am. Let's go get everything set up and placed where we need it to be, and let's get started.
Let's do it. All right, so we are getting ready to start the night here at Auglaize Village, and we are going to split up between 2 separate buildings. Dave is going to go investigate the schoolhouse where Michael and Karen are said to be very active. And I'm going to go here to the church where they say there's a woman named Carol who's very protective over her organ. And also, they say they capture thermal figures moving across the back of the church. Well, guess what? We have the thermal imaging camera inside the church right now rolling. So I'm going to go in there, do a spirit box session, see what we can get. And Dave, are you ready?
I am ready. I'm going to be inside of the school here trying to talk to Michael. Apparently he loves to interact with the REM pod. So I've got a REM pod, a music box, some cat balls, and the ghost tube running. And I'll have a wide shot of all of that. And I'm excited to get in here and see if we can make some communication tonight.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, guys. It's time to do this. Let's go inside at the Sherry School at Auglaize Village.
All right, so I'm officially alone inside the St. John Lutheran Church, and I have some equipment set up here. Right here in the back, we have the Spirit Seeker set up on this pew right here. If anything gets close to it, tries to touch it, it's gonna go off. Up front, we have the Mel meter as well as the EDI Plus. I also have some of these motion activated cat balls right here. We're gonna see if anything happens while I'm in here alone. We're also gonna run a spirit box. So if there's anyone in here inside the St. John Lutheran Church, my name is Ryan and I'm here to speak to you. I heard there might be a woman named Carol here. And if Carol wants to come out and speak to me, I would greatly appreciate her presence and her input and her wise words. All of this stuff is here for you to touch and Let me know that you're here. It'll light up, the lights will turn on, it'll make noise. Or if you want to, if you really want to make your presence known, you can knock them over. And that'll really show me that you're here.
Make sure that that's rolling real quick because I'm so tired. I just want to make sure. Whoa. Whoa. Hello? Is there somebody here with me? Do you like that? I brought that here for you. Wow. Very good, thank you. That lets me know that you're here.
I heard the beautiful organ music playing, and I just had to come in here and stop to see what was going on. Whoever is playing that organ music, you must be very talented. You're very good at what you do. My name is Ryan. I apologize for wearing a hat inside the church, but it's a little chilly, it's a little cold, as I'm sure you can feel, or maybe you can't.
I'm covered in cold chills. Do you like that thing? Can you step away from it for just a second so that it'll stop going off? Please? Thank you. I appreciate you listening to me. That's so cool, you guys.
How?
I don't know how.
I'm in pain.
You're in pain? Guys, it is going crazy in here right now. I know you're making that music box go off. You like hearing that music. But you can also communicate through this right here. Can you tell me what your name is?
Carol, I have a box that I'm going to pull out here very soon. And it's going to allow me to hear your voice. And you can tell me all about what you liked to do for the church services.
To answer that.
John said, do I have to answer that? You don't have to answer anything. Who's the man that I just heard speaking? My name's Ryan. Get as close as you can to this box. Can you tell me the name of this church? So that I know that I'm speaking to someone who can hear me? Whoa. I just heard a knock on the pianos over there. Whoa. Whoa. I thought I just heard a knock on the pianos back here.
Let's put on it.
Who was that? Did you just say who that was?
All right, I'm the new teacher in town. You can call me Mr. Dave. If you're here for your studies, please come up and touch the red light, please.
Is there anyone here for the service? Whoa. Thank you for speaking to me. Is there anyone here for the service? If I move this over here, Carol, can you touch that for me? Where did you go? Can you tell me who likes to play the organ? Sound like a man's voice there.
Hello, is there anybody in here with me? Does anybody want to come out and tell their story? What is your favorite thing to learn? I've heard there's a boy in here by the name of Mike. Are you here? Won't you come out and talk to me, please?
Be quiet.
I heard it again. I could hear footsteps up here.
Maybe.
You might come out and talk to me? I would really appreciate it. If you'd like me to leave and leave you alone, can you touch that red light to just let me know and I will leave? I don't want to bother you if you don't want to be bothered.
What's your favorite Bible verse?
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. That was very weird timing. Is there anyone here tonight? You're being awfully quiet here in the past 15 minutes or so.
It's very strange, you guys. You know, when I first walked in here, the vibe was very strange, and before I could even get started, the music box was going off and being very responsive. Ever since then, it just has been very, very quiet in here. The battery on my camera is about to die, so I'm gonna go find Ryan, and maybe we can get some new batteries, regroup, and head down to the 2-story cabin and see what we can get down there. Maybe we could talk to the family that used to live there.
All right, Ryan, you ready?
I'm ready, let's go.
All right.
We're leaving! That one almost killed me.
So we were getting ready to start our session here in the Kinner cabin. This cabin was built in the early 1900s and was used up until the 1950s by the Kinner family. It was a double floor log cabin, only one room on each floor. No internal plumbing, no water, just a cabin. So it's very primitive, and they built it themselves. So this is their home, this is their life's blood, and we can't wait to see what we capture in here, right, Dave?
Yeah, I'm excited to get in here, see what happens. Eric said that he thinks that maybe one of the reasons there's so much activity in here from time to time is because Mr. Kinner is upset that his homestead was just picked up and moved to this location. So
We should
We'll
ask him
see.
about that while we're in there.
yeah, let's do it.
See if he'll respond. Kinner family, we're coming in. We hope you're okay with that. Ooh,
Mel,
Mel going off upstairs. Ambient temperature change. Oh wow, strong.
yeah,
That's not just a slight change, that's a strong change. Hello? Is there someone upstairs? Can you step back away from that? We said it. Whoa. It's going nuts. We set it in the child's rocking chair.
yeah.
Can you stand up for us?
That's me. Stopped.
It stopped. Thank you.
Whoa,
REM pod just blipped.
that wasn't me, was it?
No. Hello? Is there someone here with us?
Who's up there?
Are you in the rocking chair? You're making the temperature go off, but can you actually make the lights turn on?
Do you like hearing that sound? Listen to this one. Can you try that one?
If you really want us to know that you're here, you can rock that chair for us. Or, on the other side of the bed here, there's a box that'll play music when you stand in front of it. So if you go to the left side of that bed over there, you can make the music play. I'm gonna go back downstairs now, okay? And look at these. These are cool. You like that? Throw them around if you want. They're just little balls. We brought these toys for you. Okay. Got a duck.
Yeah, watch your head there. We brought a few different items here that you can interact with and investigate and see what they do. Looky here. See all those bright lights and all the sounds? What was that? What was that?
Are you touching that again? Sit down in the chair for us. Wow. Is this one of the children? We may not be able to hear you now, but there is a little box up there and it has a tiny orange light on it. You might not be able to see it, you might be able to, but if you're up there upstairs, can you yell for us so we can hear your voice?
I might walk up here just for a sec.
Yeah. Dave's gonna come up.
I'm going to come up here. Can you show me that you're still up here? Did you just whisper?
No,
I just heard somebody say something.
it was not me. I was completely silent down here.
Can you repeat what you said? Oh, shoot. That's my bad. That was me.
Yeah, I didn't whisper at all when you were up there.
That's really weird. Ryan and I are kind of hungry. Could somebody make us something for dinner?
Dude, I feel like something's touching my face. It's like spider webs on my cheek. That's weird. I've been standing completely still, so I know I didn't walk through any spider webs. I have like really, really strong static on the side of my face right now.
Really?
Yeah. Ooh, it's cold now. Are you touching me? If you're touching my face, can you make this light up here?
Are you touching Ryan's face? This is Ryan right here.
It's like on my right cheek. Mr. Kenner, Eric told us that if you want us to go, if we overstay our welcome, you'll let us know. Is that true? Will you let us know when we overstay our welcome?
We don't want to...
Whoa. Wow.
They like you. Whoever's in here likes you because every time you ask questions, that goes off.
Yeah. It's like, it's been silent for a long time now.
Yeah.
If the answer is yes, touch any one of the lights. Make the lights turn on, make the box make noise to let us know. But I guess what I want to know is, are you upset by the fact that they moved your house from where you had originally built it? Maybe we're not speaking to Mr. Kinner here. Maybe it's Mrs. Kinner.
Are any of the Kinner children here?
Can you touch one of these devices if you were one of Mr. and Mrs. Kinner's children or grandchildren?
Very cool.
Wow.
Are you upset that we're here? What was that?
I thought I just heard a voice.
Yeah, I heard something. I don't know what it was though. What was that?
I thought I just heard a voice.
Yeah, I heard something. I don't know what it was though.
You know, Dave and I, what our profession is we go around and we try and show people that after death, that we can still make a connection with you and you can still make a connection with us. Would you be willing to show the world that there is more to life and death than what we can see and what we know? If you have anything you want to say to us, now's the time to do it. We're going to tell the people that are watching us right now. But we're so excited that you watched all the way to the end of this video. We want to thank you guys for that. You're awesome. If you would love to support us, all you have to do is hit that like button, share the video with your friends and family. And if you would like to support us additionally, we do have a Patreon page, or you can become a member of the channel where you get extra perks for the extra support that you give. Now, also, we wanted to point out that if you're new here, you should subscribe to the channel and click that bell so that you don't miss a single video, because we have lots of exciting things coming up. We're going to be starting to drop all of the episodes from our adventures in Australia, and you don't want to miss that. So click that bell so you don't miss a video.
We have a second channel. If you go over to our second channel, you're going to see daily clips from us in Australia. We're going to be posting YouTube shorts on that channel every day that we're in Australia. So come and check it out. Go subscribe.
And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. This was a lot of fun. Bye.